this episode, I'll be giving you an update on my 52-week challenge and also starting a new challenge called the No Spend Challenge. Welcome back to another episode of The Bemused. My name is Meshack, and on this channel we talk about all things personal finance for young adults just like me and you. So first, let's get into the 52-week challenge update. We are in week, I have no idea, to be honest. But before this video, I did a calculation as to how much I've saved from December of 2018 to date. As of today, I have $666 saved towards whatever it is that I want to save towards. I'll put the other videos up somewhere, here, there, down below, everywhere. Akiva will put all that in. And you'll be able to go back and see exactly why I was saving towards this goal, this 52-week challenge, but I can kind of give you a sneak peek to that video if you don't have time to go back and watch it. I'm really just trying to push myself to save as much as I can in 2019, just to see, if I can do it, if I can push myself even further with the savings that I was already saving in the past. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the new challenge that I'm going to be doing for a month. And it's called the No Spend Challenge. So with this challenge, the name pretty much gives it away. Some people can do it for a whole year. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just doing 30 days. I think a year is a little bit too extreme, so I'm trying 30 days just to see if I can push myself a little bit further to save a little bit more towards whatever, and also to just see if I can go a little bit longer without buying some of my want as opposed to my needs. So why would I want to even do this no spend challenge for 30 days? And while I thought about it, it really, I pondered it a lot. Why do I want to do this? And the main reason that I came up with why I want to do it is because I think that we oftentimes spend a little here, a little there, and we don't realize that, those little charges add up. I'm someone who's probably a culprit of this. Akiva, she is nodding her head behind the camera, yes. Because sometimes, alright, so with my budget, I have my budget set and I spend according to my budget. But because I'm an hourly employee where I work, sometimes if I work a little bit more and I've saved everything that I was supposed to save for that month, if I have at the end of the month maybe $50, $60 left over, I am more than likely inclined to say, well, you know what, let's have a party. Let's do something that I want to do that month, whether it's go to the movie 3-4 times that month, whether it's go out to dinner that month. I'm just like that $50, that $60 is available spending. I have done everything that I'm supposed to do, so I'm good. So this kind of made me, the reason why I'm doing this challenge is really to push myself, like I said, a little bit further to say, you know what, like for 30 days, I'm going to cut out all of the extra, aside from what's already budgeted. I'm gonna cut out all the extra and stick to my budget as much as I can for this month coming up. So here are the rules for the no spending challenge. Rule number 1, food is completely allowed. So if I am someplace and I'm starving, I don't have, yes, I can spend money on food. What I'm gonna try and do is just not go overboard now. If I'm out someplace at an amusement park or someplace and I have to eat, I'm not gonna spend $50 on meals for that day. I'm gonna try and keep my costs as low as possible, but food is fair game. Rule number 2, certain toiletries and other items like that are also fair game. So if I run out of toilet tissue or I run out of toothpaste, yes, I'm going to go to my local Walmart or grocery store and buy that. So things like that are necessities, deodorant, yes, I will buy those within this 30-day time period. Rule number 3, medications are also allowed. So if I, for whatever reason, come down with the flu and I need to go out to CVS or wherever and get some cold medication, I am going to do that. That is a-okay with this challenge. Rule number 4, I'm only gonna buy what I need when I need it. So for those 3 categories that I mentioned prior, so that means that if it's 30 days, so it's not a long challenge. So a tube of toothpaste should last me for 30 days. So I'm not gonna go out and buy 3 tubes just because it's on sale or something like that. If I only need 1, I'm only going to buy 1 of whatever it is that I need. Rule number 5, fix it versus replace it. So if something were to break, I don't know, anything, a chair, whatever I'm saying on a necessity, yes, I'm going to buy that chair, which I guess is kind of covered in one of the prior rules that I mentioned before. Rule number 6, gifts for respective family members and friends, such as birthdays, anything that might fall in this 30 days that I've already allotted and planned for. That is also fair game. So if you have a birthday this month and I was planning on getting you something, no need to worry. So here's some things that you need to ask yourself when you're if you choose to be like me and go through this 30 days of no spending, is why are you making this purchase? I think a lot of times we make purchases based off of emotion. I know that some family members that I have, specifically my mom, will go to a store, grocery store in particular, and oh, I just have to buy 2 tubs of butter because they're on sale. And I look at her every time in the grocery store like, really? 2 tubs of butter? It's excessive. So ask yourself, why are you buying this? Is it really something that you need, or something that you just feel that you're getting great value for, so that's why you're buying more of this item? More tubs of butter, more toilet tissue because, oh, well, let me buy 24, and because that's gonna last me another 4 or 5 months, as opposed to just buying 1 or 2, which you know will take you throughout the month. So you really wanna ask yourself why you're making this purchase. That's the first question you should ask. The second question is not just why, but do you need it? Again, like I mentioned before, do I need to go out and buy a new car today? Probably not. The one that I have, it works. It gets me from point A to point B. So just because Honda, Toyota, BMW, whoever is having a great sale that pops up on my YouTube ad or something, saying that if I come in and I can get 0% APR for whatever, it doesn't mean that I need to go out and purchase it. The third and most important question, to me at least, is do I have the money? We've spoke about credit cards and things like that in other videos, and I'll actually link the What's in My Wallet video. I think that was one of our very first videos that we shot. And the reason why this is such an important question is because if you don't have the funds, you should not be spending the money. You should not be putting it on a credit card, borrowing it from a friend, credit union, whatever it is that you're doing, you should not be doing that. If you do not have the money to spend, do not buy it. And the next question is delayed gratification, or the next item I should say is delayed gratification. Again, I mentioned that humans, we're kind of emotional beings, and oh, well, I've been wanting this chair for so long, I've been wanting this computer for so long, and now it's on sale and maybe it's $1 cheaper or $10 cheaper, so that's a great deal. It hasn't really decreased in price for the past 2 weeks that I've been watching it, so I'm gonna buy it now because there's a Columbus Day sale going on. Sometimes you have to stop and think, again, ask yourself the other questions that we went through before, and make sure if it's something that you can, 1, afford to do at that moment, and 2, if it makes financial sense. If you're gonna put a large ticketed item on a credit card, that's gonna charge you a lot of interest. Probably not a good idea if you don't have the money up front. And then just number 2, if it's, hey, I have a computer that currently works, if we're using that example, do I really need to go out and buy another one right now? Let me put it off for this 30-day time period, this 15-day time period, whatever works for you, and let me, see if I can go a little bit longer without it. That way it gives you a little bit more time to think about what you're about to do. That's 1. Number 2, it gives you a little bit more time to save up that money so that you can purchase it with cash, or if you're gonna swipe a credit card, that you have the money to pay off that credit card immediately. Kind of like what Akiva and I do, which we've mentioned in previous videos before. So I'm actually gonna begin this challenge on September 1st. So it is mid-August, right now. So you might see this video a little bit earlier than September 1st, but that's when I'm gonna start until the end of September. I'm gonna do an update at the end of September, just to give you an update if I was really able to stick to my 30 days of no spending with the rules that I mentioned prior. Also, as a way to make sure that I'm being honest, Akiva is going to be keeping track of my spending as well each day or each week, whatever. I'm going to go through and I'm going to share my transactions for that week, for that month, whatever, of what I spent, and she will be the one to really determine if my transactions were needed at that moment or not, and if I broke my 30-day no spend challenge. So I'm really excited to go through this to see how much I can squeeze myself a little bit more to save this month if I work a little bit more and I make a little bit more. Comment below if you think that the 30-day no spend challenge is something that you're willing to try, or if you think that it's crazy, it's no, I should never do this. I want to hear what you have to say below, and I promise that I'll try and get to every single one of those comments, or if I can't, Akiva will. Check out any other videos that you might be interested in, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss when we post new videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.